War in Ukraine, the 7th of April. The situation on the ground. Weather today. Kharkiv, cloudy, possibility of some rain. Svatova, cloudy, rain towards the afternoon. Donetsk City, cloudy, rain or showers towards the afternoon. Kherson City, cloudy. The Ukrainian General Staff reported 165 combat engagements in the last 24 hours. Kursk area. The Ukrainian General Staff reported 35 combat engagements since yesterday. We likely have Russian gains at Guyevo, but they are probably limited in size. Russian sources claim to have advanced into Sumy Oblast along the highway, but that is by no means confirmed. We have some reports of Russian forces being reinforced, but so far no confirmed indications of a significant force concentration. Expect heavy fighting over the coming week. Russian gains are not improbable. North of Kharkiv, 2 combat clashes reported, no confirmed changes. We can expect relatively limited fighting here. Previous heavier fighting would indicate that we cannot exclude heavier Russian attacks here, but they remain unlikely. Russian gains, even minor, are not likely. Kupiansk-Svatova area. 8 Russian attacks reported since yesterday. We have Russian gains at Zapadne, just north of Kupiansk, where Russian forces slightly expanded their control. Zapadne remains contested. I have no other confirmed changes. Russian forces continue to push over the Oskil River, but their gains remains limited but ongoing. We can expect ongoing heavy fighting. Kremina area. 22 Russian attacks reported since yesterday. We have a Ukrainian counterattack in the Makivka area with confirmed limited gains. We have general Russian attacks, probably focused in the Katerinivka direction. We can expect ongoing heavy Russian attacks in this area. Russian gains are not improbable over the coming week. Any Russian gains are likely to be minor to limited. Siversk salient, Bakhmut, Toretsk. At the Siversk salient we had 2 Russian attacks, no confirmed gains. Ukrainian sources report ongoing Russian probing attacks in this area. Limited Russian attacks are likely. Russian gains are not likely over the coming week. The situation is assessed as stable. At Chasiv Yar, the Ukrainian General Staff did not report any combat engagements since yesterday. We do have ongoing Russian attacks, but they are relatively limited. But fighting is likely heavy. I have no indications that the situation is about to change here. Russian gains are less likely at this time. At Toretsk we had 18 Russian attacks, no confirmed gains. Russian attacks continue in force in this sector. Fighting is reported as heavy. Russian losses are likely significant. We can expect ongoing Russian attacks at this level over the coming week. Major changes are less likely over that time period. Minor Russian gains are not unlikely. Donetsk City area, Pokrovsk sector. 53 Russian attacks reported since yesterday. We have Russian gains at Lysivka, which is just southeast of Pokrovsk. That settlement is contested. We also have minor Russian gains at Udashne. Ukrainian counterattacks continue southwest of Pokrovsk. We can expect very heavy fighting here, with Russian forces exerting continuous pressure. We can also expect local Ukrainian counterattacks in this area, especially south of Pokrovsk. Limited changes are probable over the coming week. Major changes are at this time unlikely. West of Donetsk City, we have a possible Russian gain at Roslyv, limited in size. The situation at Roslyv is not really clear to me as of yet. Russian attacks continue, pushing both from the south and from the east. We do have some Russian gains here over the near term, and additional Russian gains are not unlikely over the coming week. Vremivka area. We have ongoing Russian attacks where they attack along the front from Fedorivka west to Rivnopil. I have no confirmed Russian gains since yesterday. Russian attacks are focused in the area between the river Mokry Yaly and the Vorona River. I suspect that Russian forces are focusing their attacks at Fedorivka, aiming for Komar. We have limited changes here lately, so the situation is for now stable. Kamyansk area. We have ongoing Russian attacks in this area with several reported Ukrainian counterattacks. I have no confirmed Russian gains since yesterday. Even though we have had relatively limited changes here, ongoing Russian attacks with several Ukrainian counterattacks could indicate some possible changes here over the near term. This is the area I am watching more carefully. General conclusions. Russian attacks continue with high losses and diminishing gains. Both the Institute for the Study of War, the UK MOD, and my own data all show decreasing Russian gains over the last couple of months. The fact that we have many Russian attacks reported, but a significant reduction in Russian gains, would indicate that Russian offensive capability is declining. Again, this does not mean that Ukraine is not in a very difficult situation, because they are. Fighting is very heavy, the US is pulling out of aiding Ukraine, and Europe is struggling to replace US aid. The problem is that Ukraine has to meet Russian attacks, and Russia can dictate where they want to attack. Ukraine has a limited possibility to change that equation. As long as Ukraine cannot gain initiative, they will have more and difficult choices to make. I do expect that Ukraine will try to change this equation with some offensive operation. The question is to what degree that is possible, if it is possible, which is not certain. End of report.